You guys, we have an update, and boy, it is a good one. Do you remember the mother-in-law obsessed with posting on social media? Absolutely like a freak about keeping her 20,000+ followers in the loop of every single detail going on in her life, her family's lives, like everything. She posted everything nonstop in real time. She even posted every single detail of her daughter-in-law's dangerous delivery. So when she had her first baby, it was 72 hours, touch and go, absolutely terrifying. And she posted the hospital's name. She posted, her daughter-in-law's name. She posted everything. So when her daughter-in-law got out of surgery and started to come to and wake up, and she got a notification on her phone that, she was tagged in something, she absolutely was struck with fear. Because if you remember this story, the daughter-in-law is not worried about her privacy, even though it's a lot to share. Every tear, everything was posted, everything was blasted out. It wasn't about privacy, it's about safety. Because this daughter-in-law was in a previous relationship that was absolutely terrifying. She luckily got out, but because it was so dangerous, she is not able to have an online presence. She has to be completely anonymous. She has to just go through life not sharing her location or any details about her life so that she stays safe, her husband stays safe, and also their children. So when she woke up, she, told her mother-in-law, oh my gosh, you have to take this stuff down right now. The hospital's on there, my name. Oh no, Her mother-in-law didn't apologize, but she did take down most of the posts. Then she had a second baby, and if you can imagine, she had an even worse delivery with that baby. But this round, her mother-in-law did stay offline, thank gosh, but she actually told her church congregation every single thing that was happening. So not only the delivery, but the post-op care, because I guess something happened where she had to have several post-delivery operations to fix everything down there. And so week after week, she discovered by watching the online sermons, the sermon would start off with the church leader leading everybody in prayer, praying for her lady bits that were about to have surgery on. She was absolutely mortified, but she just told herself, I'm not even going to bring this up because I know she's just doing this for prayer and for my healing, and it's just not worth it. It's what's done is done. So when she came to us, she wasn't actually coming to us for revenge or thinking I have to cut her off, it's just not safe for our family. She was coming to us saying, I love my mother-in-law. Yes, she's obsessed with her online community, but I see her heart and I absolutely love her, but now I have a bigger problem. So her husband got promoted and they were going to have to move 20 hours away from her mother-in-law. And because she's so tender-hearted and she sees her mother-in-law's heart, she wanted to ask us, is there a way that I can safely allow my mother-in-law to still have that grandparent role without putting us in danger? Because essentially anything she sends her mother-in-law, it goes online. So after reading all of your insightful comments and just really sitting with it, praying about it herself, she decided to go have a chat with her mother-in-law. So she sits her down and she opens up the talk by building her mother-in-law up. You are such an incredible woman. You welcomed me in with open arms. You raised such an amazing man. He's a great husband, great father, all that stuff. So build her up, build her up, build her up. Then she talked about when I first came into your family, I was so scared a little bit because of your love for your online community and knowing that you're so transparent with your followers, knowing that I can't have a presence. That was definitely terrifying for me. And I just want you to know, with the whole hospital stuff and having you take down all those posts, I hope I didn't come across too harsh. I'm pretty sure I was really scared. And I know your heart. I know you were just trying to ask for prayers, and I appreciate that you took all that down. Then she said, I want to talk to you about something because with the move coming up, I want to figure out a way that I can still allow you to be in our lives, because you can't just come over and experience life with us. But at the same time, I'm really nervous because you are so transparent with your followers. Anything I send you could accidentally get posted, and then our location would be, online and be discovered for possibly my ex. So I just need to kind of talk this through with you, where I'm at, what I'm struggling with. And you guys, her mother-in-law started crying. And this isn't a victim cry. She started crying because she had like this different realization. And because the way the daughter-in-law started the conversation, her defenses weren't up. She just heard her because she just felt held by her because she was just showering her with all these compliments and validating her as a good person. She actually heard her. She started crying and she's like, I can't believe I've done this. And what she was referring to was, she said, all my life, I have prided myself on raising a strong, independent man. She only has one child. So this one son who's married to this daughter-in-law, I'm so proud of him, and I always told him that when you get married, you need to protect your wife. Like, that's your job. And that was my big message to him. And even though that was my main thing in life, like being his mom, and he does such a good job, I'm not protecting you. Isn't that so sweet? Like, so she was able to get through to her and then tap into her. And then she realized, like, her need to be connected with her online community was clouding her judgment and kind of also just making her forget her like main purpose in life and, who she was as a person and all that stuff. And she apologized for getting it wrong. She explained how she was going through some stuff back then, and that also could have contributed to her not really having her head on straight. That night, she went home, and her daughter-in-law never even asked her to do this. She went home and she went back to the beginning when she first met her daughter-in-law, and she deleted every single thing that even mentions her son's significant other. She deleted everything that mentions the children. She deleted everything that mentions like the listener and her family. And she never even asked her to do that. And ever since then, she hasn't posted at all, like at all. And she even went to tell her son, like, I'm really starting to think I should delete social apps altogether and just be more invested like in my real family, like in my real life. I mean, I just want to pause and really soak this in, because too often, not so much in our community because we're really careful about like the insight we give in the comments, but too often sometimes I see in threads where, I'm sorry for that noise, in threads where people are quick to say, like, cut them off, like, get rid of them, like, it's, your piece is more important and all that stuff. And here you see such a powerful example of what a conversation could do. And the way that she did it, again, she led with securing the bond first. She led with really making sure her mother-in-law felt held and cared for and seen and safe, so that there was no defenses, because she didn't feel like she was going to get in trouble, abandoned, rejected, told that she wasn't good enough. She just held her so tenderly, and then she spoke from her heart. And because I think she did it that way, her mother-in-law was able to not only hear her, but then also just realign with like her core values, like as a person. Because, sometimes we get so caught up in like our online world that things get maybe a little blurry. And I just want to say thank you so much for this update. Thank you so much for your heart. Like, I knew in your email when you first messaged me, like, that you were such a genuinely sweet person and that you loved your mother-in-law. You were just scared for your safety. And I hope you have a wonderful move. I hope this continues. And I'm just so impressed with this update. So thank you, thank you, thank you.